Okay, so kind of a lot of things are happening now. As I mentioned last time about Denethor, who was the kin of uh, Olwë, was it, or Lenwë? Lenwë, yeah, it was kin of Lenwë. Um, so anyway, while all this stuff was happening, this was about the same time that Melkor killed the trees with Ungoliant and came back over to Middle Earth. And when Melkor was gripped by Ungoliant when she was trying to wrestle the Silmarils from him, and he cried out. Everyone heard it, even though they had no idea what it was, and they kind of saw it as a signal that bad times were coming, which is true because Ungoliant, after she was whipped with the Balrog's fiery, flamey whips, she tried to, well, she kind of escaped, and she would have come into Beleriand, but the power of Melian kind of kept her out, and she was on the outskirts in the kind of the mountains, I think kind of to the north. I have to look at the map, but anyway, and those mountains were then renamed the Mountains of Terror and Gorgoroth. What do they call it? They called it Arid Gorgoroth, the Mountains of Terror, because she just made it a horrible place. The waters were poisoned, and life and light was strangled and dead basically. And then the first battle happened because Melkor had come back, or Morgoth had come back and rebuilt his fortress at Angband and Thangorodrim. And he issued a huge host that came out of both sides of Beleriand and trapped Thingol in there, and all the people of Denethor. Denethor fell in the battle, and Círdan was cut off. But the elves of Thingol were victorious, so anyway, that was the first battle. And few orcs, it says, returned to Angband. But after that is when Melian created what they called the Girdle of Melian, which she used her power to weave this kind of shadow and sorcery around Beleriand. And after that, it was known as Doriath. And so, yeah, no one would come through without her will unless they be greater than her power, which there is somebody that's going to happen, yeah. Anyway, and the dwarves also helped in this battle because they issued forth, and it said that they slaughtered a lot of the orcs that were trying to retreat to Angband. So that was the first battle in Middle Earth. So, Stephen Colbert, I want to talk about Silmarillion and Tolkien and Middle Earth and all that good stuff. So hit me up, please. Thank you.